Miles, who was holding him down.
Oh.
Huggins for two. What a ball game.
I'll tell you, if Sheffield continue to shoot this well, it's going to be a long night for Manchester.
3 minutes, 41 seconds left to play in the first. It's a 7-point ball game, 10 points to 17. The visiting Sheffield Sharks in the lead. And now Michael Brown. Mark Robinson has it, great pass, it's short. And Dion Hames comes up with the ball. Hames goes into the middle, kicks it out to Michael Payne for three. In and out, big offensive board by Huggins, and Hames drains it all string.
Hames loves that spot. He loves the top of the circle. You got to make sure you get out on him.
It is a 10-point ball game. Mark Robinson to Makiba Perry. Posting up now is Michael Brown. Ball is with Robinson down low. Rejected by Boise Winters.
I'll tell you what, Sheffield definitely stepped up their day.
And Irish answers with a three. I gotta tell you something, Jet. Last night, here's Irish again, way out, drains the three. Last night, I was at the Granby Halls in Leicester. We saw over 250 points scored in that ball game. I think we could beat that here tonight.
I don't know.
Watch out!
They'll have to pick it up a little bit more, but yeah, we can get a few points anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to tell them, guys, can you get the scoring going a bit? We have some other games going on elsewhere in the playoffs. Half-time down in East London, the Leopards 63, Leicester Riders 47. Leopards, of course, lead that series 1-0. If they win today, it is all over for the Leicester Riders. The score 63-47.
Looks like Billy wants to get another 130.
From the Chester Jets arena, they lead the Birmingham Bullets by 3 points, 23-20 at the end of the first quarter. Good start for Mike Burke in the playoffs for the first time ever.
They've had a great season, and hopefully, I'm sure Mike wants it to continue and get to Wembley.
Mark Robinson on the ball. Robinson has to pop back out. Foul is called. I think it's going to be on Chris Finch.
That's Chris's second, so. And he certainly has a tough matchup having to guard Mark Robinson.
We got shots or end line. What we got?
Should be. Looks like it should be shot.
Well, the Manchester crowd making a lot of noise. Colin Irish, I think.
He's in a little bit of trouble. I think he. Yeah. I think he got nailed. He got hit with it pretty hard down in the lane when he was in there on defense. He looks like he might have bruised his knee a little bit.
Ball's going to come in from the sideline.
That must have been their fourth, yeah.
Listen to that noise. Woo! Sean Mackay in the ball game for the first time. Sean pulls up, doesn't get there. Rebound, Makiba Perry is rejected by Boise Winters. Second block for Boise.
Serious steal by Mark Robinson. Comes up, boom, and that's what Danny needs to do. I mean, there's not anybody out on the floor that's going to stop him if he goes that strong.
Chris Finch and Colin Irish getting real close together. We'll keep an eye on that. 3-point ball game, 17 to the Giants, 20 to the visiting Sheffield Sharks.
Yeah, I'm pretty safe in saying this might be the most intense rivalry of the four games.
This is a nice spell for the Manchester Giants. They were down by 10. Robinson could cut it even further, and does! And does! It's now a 1-point ball game. And the double team pressure as well.
Putting a little bit of pressure on. With Hames out of the game, Sheffield don't have a real true ball handler.
Makiba Perry got a hand on it, knocked it out of play. Manchester on a 9-0 run.
I think the pressure, I mean, they need the pressure Sheffield while Hames is out of the game. They don't really have a true point guard on the floor.
Roger Huggins on the ball. Hames. Hawthorne with a fadeaway. Doesn't get there. Rebound, Makiba Perry. Oh, he's just deadly around the boards, isn't he?
I mean, he's a perfect example of any player. He knows his role. He knows what he's capable of doing, and he does it very, very well for Manchester.
The ball will come in from the end line. Sean Mackay to put it in. It's an interesting decision to let Sean put it in.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the big guys. Robinson! Oh, doesn't get there. Roger Huggins with the ball.
I don't know, though. I mean, with Mackay bringing in, he's one of the better passers around, so maybe, you know, making sure they don't turn the ball over.
Bench. To Michael Pay. Hawthorne has it. Boise went. Oh, my goodness. Boy, there were two there. 2 fouls.
Yeah, I think they missed the one. They certainly missed the one at the top.
That was on Makiba Perry. It is his first.
I'll tell you what, though, it's nice. The referee, I mean, it's been very physical to start with, but the referees are actually letting them play a little bit. And, I mean, they're going to need to, because if they start calling everything, they're not going to be anybody left on the floor.
Roger Huggins on the ball to Boise Winters. Foul is called on Colin Irish. I think the referees could well be deciding to
clean it up a little bit. Yeah, clean it up a little bit. Colin just more or less shoved Todd right out of bounds and he went baseline. Nice play.
Boise doesn't get there. Who's coming up with the ball? Cawthorne back to Boise Winters. Michael Payne. Great play! Oh, baby! What a play by Michael Payne.
I'll tell you.
Fake the three, comes up with a beautiful pass, and there it is.
That's it. That's what I mean. That's Sheffield basketball at its best offensively. Make that extra pass and end up with a much, much better shot.
Sean Mackay for the Manchester Giants. Irish has it. Boy, if Michael Payne is going to play Irish all night, he's going to be tired at the end of this game.
He certainly is. And a little bit bruised, probably.
Just 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Great play at the other end. Another dunk for Danny Craven. Boise Winters has the ball. Cawthorne puts it up. Oh, doesn't get there. What an amazing quarter of playoff basketball action. It is 21 points to the Manchester Giants, 22 to the Sheffield Shot. I usually say, stay with us. I don't need to say that tonight. You're going to be there.
They thought it was all over, but they were wrong. Now the drama is to continue. Leicester v Middlesbrough, Wednesday at 7, live on Sky Sports 3.
They come from different cities, different states, different worlds. They're as different as the courts they learn to play on. They share almost nothing in common, except what it takes to make it to the highest court in the land, and what they'll wear when they get there. Champion is proud to be the official maker of all the uniforms for the NBA.
Why is nature so cruel? Why do these tragedies happen? Why? The answers are in Sky One's incredible new series of documentaries, beginning with When Disasters Strike, Tuesday at 9.
Live from Easter Road, Thomas and McLean are hoping to steer Dundee United to only their second ever Scottish Cup final. They face Kilmarnock in the tennis Scottish Cup semi-final on Monday at 7 p.m. on Sky Sports 1. But here at the Nine Arena, it's a 1-point ball game. Your commentators once again, Jeff Jones and Mike Sharp.
Okay, let's take a look at the match facts. 2 pages for you. First of all, score, of course, 21-22. Sheffield with the lead, and not bad at all from either side.
No, both teams. I mean, Manchester probably would like to be shooting a little bit more. They missed some easy shots, and maybe from the free throw line. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty even.
Let's take a look at the boards. What's going on there? Manchester was pretty dominant at 1 point, 14-9. Still pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if they keep that up, they're going to out-rebound them by about 20, 25 in the game, and that's not good enough.
Manchester Giants with 3 turnovers, Sheffield Sharks with just 1. And as we said before, we'll say it again, these are 2 of the most defensive-minded teams in the whole of the Budweiser League.
Absolutely, and I mean that quarter just goes to show it. Both teams are going to make runs, and then they're going to be clawed back mainly through defensive play. But this is what Manchester got that Sheffield don't. They're bringing in St. Kitts and Edwards, you know, and they're going to be able to arrest Irish, Craven, Granger. It's going to be a war.
Kevin St. Kitts on the board. You know, you mentioned Irish and Craven. They have got 19 of the 21 points. Danny Craven has been pretty awesome in this first quarter.
Absolutely, but that's come from off the penetration from Robinson. He's made some good passes as he penetrated.
Chris Finch on the ball. Nice dribble. Has to come back out. Mark Robinson looking after him. Roger Huggins, the taught Cawthorn. Boise has the ball, looks to go baseline, good defense, kicks it back, Dion Hayes, great first move. Oh my goodness, what a sweet move. What a sweet move.
I'll tell you, that's what it does. He made the 3 the last time. Both players jump out at him, he splits them, goes right through another 2. I'm sure Joe won't be real happy with that.
Boy, I like that fake, and came right around his man while in the air. Boise, good D. Cawthorn has it back to Finch. Dion Hayes for 3. Doesn't get there. Who's coming up with the ball? Green ball is the call. Manchester Giants last year, of course, made it all the way to the... how far did they get? Semi-finals?
Semi-final, yeah.
Semi-finals. Both of these teams lost in the semi-finals. Of course, Manchester lost the first leg to the Leopards, then went away to East London and won 2 on the road. Only the 3rd team in history to ever do that. Nice move by Mark Robinson.
I'll tell you, that's a matchup problem right there for Sheffield all night if Cawthorn's going to try and stay with Robinson.
Manchester have the lead, 23 points to 22. Finch feeds Huggins down low. Double team is there. Finch gets it off. Doesn't get there. Cawthorn for 2.
Yeah, I mean, Edwards has got to get more active on the defensive glass for them, like Craven and Irish were doing, and help Akiba Perry out a little bit.
Chester Jets halftime score, 45 points to the Jets, 42 to the Birmingham Bullets, so still a 3-point lead. Another offensive board, still no putback for Manchester. And Boise Winters gets the ball. Dion Hayes has it. Chester Jets handling
Hanging
it well.
Hanging in there. I'll tell you, it's the Northgate Arena.
And one! Sheffield Sharks. Nice move. Roger Huggins took off from about the free throw line, 1 or 2 steps, got to the rim, was fouled by Frankie Edwards.
I'll tell you, Huggins is a pretty good perimeter shooter, but he gets the basketball, and I mean, nobody's on him to give him a clear run to the basket. I mean, Edwards has really got to show up tonight and start playing.
Roger Huggins gets the extra 1, 23 points to 27. That's the latest.
A little bit of pressure from Sheffield trying to throw Manchester out of rhythm a little bit.
Michael Brown. Crowd now trying to become a factor in this ball game, making a lot of noise.
Manchester have a mismatch with Robinson, Hayes on Robinson, whether they recognize it, get him in there.
There it is, when the help comes. Michael Brown for 3 is good. You know, Michael Brown has been doing that so many times recently. In the early part of the season, he didn't used to take too many of those. Now, no problem, and he drains them.
No, Michael Brown's a smart player, but he's young, and he's felt his feet this year, and he's done a heck of a job for them since Christmas.
Rebound, Michael Brown. Michael Brown on the ball to Robinson. Getting the 2 points, Frankie Edwards. 28-27. Frankie Edwards, that was a nice move by Frankie.
Yeah, it was.
Seven minutes left to play in the half. Ames back into the middle. Finch is blocked by Kevin St. Kitts. St. Kitts back on the ball. Robinson goes left. Michael Brown comes right. Robinson is long. Dion Haynes slows it down for the Sheffield Sharks.
Yeah, Sheffield are going to have to get the game back at their pace, be a little bit more deliberate in the half court, move the basketball. Because it's pretty much going to be the 5 that are on the floor for Sheffield the whole night.
Boise Winters, shot clock down to 7. Haynes has it to Cawthorn. Boise, shot clock at 3, 2. Doesn't, they won't get it off. Forget it.
Excellent defense by Manchester. They did a great job.
6.8 left to play. I think we're going to see more of those clock expire because these guys really do play tough defense.
Yeah, they do.
Kevin St. Kitts. Frankie Edwards has it. Nice fake by Frankie. Dan gave it up to Mark Robinson. Frankie inside. Frankie gets there. Wow, Danny Craven gets the 2 with the tip jam.
I'll tell you, I've seen Mark Robinson do some things tonight that he hasn't done in a while. He's penetrating well and finding the open guy under the basket. He's doing a heck of a job for them right now.
Dion Haynes on the ball. Nice dribble. Comes back into the middle. Boise has it. Winters pulls up. Doesn't get there. Rebound, Michael Brown. Here come the Giants again. They lead this by 3. Michael Brown to Kevin St. Kitts. Is short.
I tell you, right there, the last time Sheffield had the basketball, Winters had Edwards on him. He ended up settling for a jump shot. I think Sheffield really got to get the ball inside to get a good score, put some pressure on Manchester. They're settling for jump shots, and they need to get the ball inside.
On the ball, Dion Haynes drains the long 2.
There you go, they run their stuff, they go inside, outside, and it gives them time to get the shot off.
Dion has 6 personal, and the strength. Manchester will keep the basketball. 4:53. Can Manchester keep going at this pace, Coach?
I think Manchester can because they got a deeper bench. I don't know about Sheffield. Sheffield are going to have to try and find some time for guys to get a little bit of a breather.
Mark Robinson again along the baseline, and the touch by Roger Huggins.
That's a tough matchup, though. I mean, Huggins, Cawthorn, whoever it is on Robinson, it's a tough matchup for him because Mark's got too much quickness.
Michael Brown to put it in. Robinson has it. Brown.
Great
ran
dig.
into a brick wall called Roger Huggins. Cawthorn, count the 2. Great pass, Dion Haynes.
Yeah, Michael Brown really tried to take a little bit too long. Great break, good pass.
Michael Brown again on the pressure from Haynes, gets it to Mark Robinson. Who's got the ball? Frankie Edwards. Frankie gets it to Kevin St. Kitts, walked with it. Yeah. Have we had a timeout yet in this game?
No, I don't think we're not, no. I think Sheffield might be needing one worse than Manchester, but I mean, here you go. You got Edwards coming back out of the game at St. Kitts. You got Irish and McKeeva Perry coming back in.
Boy, this Manchester team is a big team, are they not?
No, they are. I mean, if they go, I mean, to be honest, if they put Irish at the off-guard spot and brought in Edwards, then you really would be looking at some serious size.
1 into the ball game. Swain, another one on the bomb squad. There's Cawthorn on the other side. Goes long to Boise Winters. Boise for 2. Beautiful shot.
Oh, he's tough. I mean, and that's what you're looking for. Manchester have Irish and Robinson. Sheffield really have winners.
McKeeva doesn't. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Again, Mark Robinson with the penetration, great dish, and a relatively easy basket for Perry. I think Robinson must have 6 or 7 assists already in the game.
Yeah. Swain gets it to Dion Haynes. Haynes kicks it back to Huggins. And Huggins comes up with the 2. Referee said they're letting him play.
Yeah, I mean, that's more like a flop, really, than really good dig. He's stepping out, and he actually wasn't set. As he came into him, he wasn't really set, so.
Michael Brown on the ball for the Giants. Colin Irish.
This is going up.
Doesn't get there. What we got? Foul is called on Jason Sway. Ball to come in from the end line. Referees hearing it from Coach Joe Walton, and Coach Jim Brandon decides the time is right to take the timeout. Gives us a chance to look at this kind of calmly. Who is this pace, this game suited so far? Who has impressed you?
I mean, to be honest, even though that Sheffield have the lead, I still think it suits Manchester in the sense of they've got more bodies, and I think if it continues at this pace, Sheffield are going to be really tired by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
My question is, the guys the size of the Manchester guys, they cannot keep playing at this pace. Sheffield are a lot smaller, more guards in their outfit. Can they keep going longer?
Yeah, but I mean, then you got the question of whether you're going to live and die by the jump shot. And I mean, I think Sheffield has such strength inside, they got to start putting pressure on Manchester's interior D, and maybe back McKeever, Perry, and Craven off a little bit for being so aggressive on the boards.
Something we should keep an eye on. There are very, very few fouls in this ball game, and on the boards, boy, Manchester doing a good job getting points from the rebounds. Yeah. Sheffield not so bad themselves.
No, I mean, but Manchester, that's what I said. McKeever, Perry, Danny Craven, they know their roles, and I mean, basically, it's an extra carrot if they get it off a pass. They tend to get most of their points off the glass.
2 minutes 47 seconds left to play in the first half. It is Budweiser playoff action, live from the 9X Arena, and unable to get it there, McKeever Perry, and the referees give the ball to the Sheffield Sharks. Substitution coming in. McKeever Perry was there at the rim, failed to convert.
I'll tell you, I wish I was 6'10". I don't think I'd lay anything up, you know? I think those guys just got to know that they got to throw it.
There, throw the ball down.
Don't leave it to chance.
Hawthorne. Leon Hames gets it to Roger Huggins. Double team on Roger. Hames to Finch for three. Doesn't get there. Great play by Hawthorne. Rejected by McKeever Perry. Irish has it. Irish will go all the way. And does!
Put this way, with Collins on full flight, it's very tough to stop him. He does a great job going to the basket.
Manchester have the numbers there. Referee's going to talk to somebody. What we got? Somebody doing something silly in the arena, and they're just been warned. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to play. It is a massive crowd here at the 9X Arena. Hopefully we'll have the official figure for you later. But that somebody threw that down onto the court. Really is stupid.
I mean, yeah, it's just anything could happen with that.
Michael Payne for no points. And Michael Brown has the ball. Brown, nice crossover.
Great pass.
McKeever ain't gonna miss that one. What a pass. Michael Brown, McKeever Perry jams it with two hands.
Sheffield slow getting back. That's right. I think he's learned his lesson from the last one. With Sheffield a little bit out of sync. They lost Payne down there when he stumbled, and they were just out of sync defensively.
Gives Manchester the lead by one. Payne again to Finch. And McKeever comes around, knocks it out, but Finch, McKeever kind of got a piece of that. Mark Robinson to Irish. McKeever's ahead. Wide is Michael Brown. Brown, killer crossover. Back to Irish for three. He's off right. Oh, that's a foul by McKeever Perry.
Yeah, he looked like he shoved Payne in the back there.
Foul is called on Michael Payne for something.
No, I think he got him, but I think you're right. I think the refs missed Perry in the first place with the shove. to tell you, Michael Payne's done a good job for Sheffield this year. The one thing he hasn't done as well, he's coming off a wrist injury, and he hasn't really shot the ball as well as he's capable. But I think his overall game's improved a lot for them.
Of course, Michael Payne, the championship winner with the Birmingham Bullets last
That's
time.
right. I think he'd like to be one with the Sheffield Sharks.
Wouldn't he just?
Yeah.
The steal, well, he didn't keep hold of it. Chris Finch got a hand on the ball. This time will come in from the sideline. Irish will put it in. Irish goes long to McKeever Perry. Oh, Danny Craven was on his way. There's Mark Robinson short. McKeever Perry steals it. 2 points. Here's Dion Hayes. Here it is again.
Yeah, just takes it right out of his hands. Really strong with it. Goes up, nice little touch with the hook.
Gives a 3-point lead to the Manchester Giants. And a steal by Michael Brown. Brown turns around, collides with the referee, Mr. Will Jones, but keeps control of the basket.
No, he did an excellent job. No, knew Sheffield were getting back. Didn't really want to take a quick shot. Make him work. Finish out the half strong.
Mark Robinson gets it to Michael Brown. Robinson gets it back. Game clock is down to 22 seconds. Shot clock down to 8. Irish for 3 is long. Way long.
They got time.
Now the Sharks have 14 seconds. Dion Hayes drives.
Great
That is
move.
just gorgeous.
Great move. They let him get too deep. Irish still has time. Plenty of time, really.
Irish gets it to Robinson.
Oh, great block.
Rejected. And a miss by Danny Craven. Well, it ends in an interesting fashion. Coach Jim Brandon ran to the other end of the court to talk to the officials. But what a first half of basketball action we have had. It is the Manchester Giants 38, the Sheffield Sharks 37.
Well, we knew it would be tough and close, and it is. Just 1 point divides these two teams here tonight. We talked to our guest, Jeff Jones, after the break. Join us then.
A top-secret satellite with nuclear capabilities. A team of international terrorists. There's only one problem.
Any other heroes?
The cook from Under Siege is back.
I'm not even a good cook, but there are some things I'm good at.
Last time he rocked the boats.
Yes, there is.
This time, the sky's the limit.
Take cover!
Steven Seagal is under pressure in Under Siege 2, the British TV premiere, 10 o'clock Saturday on the Movie Channel.
What am I doing? I'm stuck in traffic. Changing gear, putting the clutch up and down. But now I'm using the new easy driving system with a normal 5-speed gearbox, but no clutch pedal. And what's the only small car you can buy with the easy system? The new Clio Zoom. Good thinking, Renault. Boom, shakalaka, good boy. Wine your body, wiggle your belly, dip and go down in a new style. Wine and go up, wine and go down. Bubble and a rock and to the new style. Around you feel like it too, and you feel like it too. I do the boom shakalaka to the dancer. Boom, I see the boom shakalaka to the brand new style. Wicked say it wicked, cha-cha no say it wild. Ragamuffin style of it, it's the big child. Dip and go down and keep it well versatile. And you feel wine and go up.
David!
What?
I've ironed your shirt for you. Do you have to go out tonight?
The Lynx Effect.
It was the same size as a slimline dishwasher, but the room inside, well, it nearly fit the specs I had in there.
There's a new C9 place-setting slimline dishwasher.
Well, continuing the basketball playoffs, our next live game is on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on Sky Sports 1. We don't know about the moment, but we will know by the end of the season. But here at the 9X Arena, as we said, there's just 1 point in it between Manchester and Sheffield. And once again, our guest Jeff Jones joins us now. Jeff, well, evenly matched, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, they both had their little runs, and I mean, Sheffield got off to an early lead, 10 points, but Manchester fought back exceptionally well. And it's a defensive struggle or battle that we thought it would be, certainly.
Well, we know Sheffield are strong on the inside and out. They're a very well-balanced team, but you were saying in the commentary that they haven't been allowed to get really into their inside games.
No, I mean, I think they're settling. I think they're settling for jump shots, and I think if you're going to live by that, and they're so good at passing the basketball, they need to develop an inside threat so that their perimeter people have time to shoot the basketball. Manchester have done a great job in stopping that at the moment.
Well, to illustrate all of that, of course, Jeff, with the matchbacks, they speak for themselves, really. But, Jeff, pretty even on the three-pointers percentage-wise, and again on the two-pointers. But, you know, we were saying, if they've been very strong on the balls, but if Manchester had been hitting all of their three-pointers, of course, they'd be even further ahead.
Yeah, and also, if they were doing an excellent job on the offensive glass, and really, to be honest, their shooting percentage would be a lot lower. But Makiba, Perry, and Craven are doing a good job. What they're not doing is finishing the play strong every time. And sometimes they're trying to finesse stuff. And really, with their size and their athleticism, they should just try and just finish very strong.
And here, taking a look at the balls, offensively, Manchester are way ahead of Sheffield there.
And I mean, that's one thing that Jimmy's going to have to try and correct at halftime. They're just pushing Sheffield so far underneath the basket, anything that bounces off, they're collecting, and they're taking advantage of it.
And the bench scoring, I mean, Sheffield are fairly deep, but of course Manchester are even deeper than showing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Manchester are really probably the second or third most talented and deepest team in the league. And they've got players that have been through it. You know?
And of course, with the new Domitel, we said it would be close, but it swung backwards and forwards. I mean, a few blips up there for Manchester. But the lead looks like Sheffield have been taking the lead mainly in that first quarter. But it's very backwards and forwards in the second quarter, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the telling point of the game in the sense of if Sheffield can maintain that pace and that intensity over 40 minutes. And I don't think they can with maybe the 6 guys that they're going to use. Whereas Manchester, I think, down the stretch in the fourth quarter will be exceptionally strong. Sheffield are going to have to play very well in this half to contain Manchester, I think.
Well, I don't think Manchester will want to put Sheffield on the free throw line, though, will they, very much?
No, but I think, I mean, the way the referees have been, if they stay consistent, it's been very physical, but they're letting them play. And if they continue to do that, Manchester may come away with the win.
Okay, well, our basketball teams don't have to play quite as many games during the playoff season, but also they're just as important. Well, let's now join Julian for this week's roundup.
The London Towers surprisingly lost to Newcastle last weekend, but in Friday's playoff clash they gained sweet revenge. The Towers showed no signs of trepidation whatsoever as they raced to a 22-point lead early in the second half. Newcastle finally got their shooting together and staged a mini fight back, but they never got to within more than 12 points of London. The Towers had raised their game when it really mattered. 79-91 the final score at Newcastle. Perhaps the key there, London's defence. Ralph Blaylock had scored 34 points at Wembley last week. On Friday, the Towers limited him to just 9. On Saturday, the Leopards took a step closer to winning their 3rd trophy of the season with a convincing victory at Leicester. This was probably the most ill-tempered game of the year. 9 players fouled out, and there were 55 free throw attempts in the final quarter. The Leopards went 24 ahead at one stage. Leicester did claw some of that back. But the league title winners ran out comfortable 8-point winners. 252 points suggests an entertaining game there, but with 72 fouls, it was far from it. One thing doesn't change though, John White scored 43 points. And in today's playoff matches here at the 9X at the half, it's Manchester Giants 38, Sheffield Sharks 37. Chester at the end of the third quarter lead the Birmingham Bullets by 6 points, 67-61, and still the half-time score from the Leopards game. They are 63-47 up on the Leicester Riders. That is a second leg, of course. If they're to win that, they will book that Wembley place. They look pretty good at the moment. We'll keep you updated throughout the second half here at the 9X.
A look ahead to the second leg and third leg if required playoff games which are coming up on Tuesday. Definite second leg action there with those games, and we'll know tonight at the end of this evening if the Leopards and Leicester will need to go into that third leg, of course, if it's required. And as we saw there, Chester leading Birmingham, so their second leg will be played on Wednesday. And on Friday and Sunday, well, we will see the remaining third leg games being played if required, of course, and that's the lineup if those games are required. Well, it's competition time now, and we have some tickets to give away to the Budweiser Championship weekend. We'll be there live, of course. It's one event not to be missed, of course, as well. But here's Julie with more details.
Wembley weekend is the big event in British basketball. The championship semis and final provide the season's climax. We're offering 2 tickets for both days, VIP hospitality, accommodation and lots of other goodies to the winner of our championship competition. All you have to do is answer one question. Birmingham stunned the London Towers in last year's final, but who was the top individual scorer on the night? Was it Tony Dorsey, Nigel Lloyd or Steve Bucknell? That's Tony Dorsey, Nigel Lloyd or Steve Bucknell. Send your answers on a postcard to Championship Competition, Basketball, P.O. Box 282, Isleworth, Middlesex, TW7 5SE. That's Championship Competition, Basketball, P.O. Box 282, Isleworth, Middlesex, TW7 5SE. Now make sure it reaches us no later than the 23rd of April. And the first correct entry taken out of the postbag on that date will win a trip to the best show in British basketball, the Championship Finals at Wembley on the 3rd and 4th of May.
Well, if you enter our competition and you're not lucky enough to win the tickets, don't worry. Do try and find your way to the Wembley Arena. That's where we'll be on the 3rd and the 4th of May. Semi-final day on the Saturday, and then of course the final will be held on the Sunday. Now, if you'd like more details about the weekend, call the league on 0121 749 1355. Well, we're live from the 9X Arena. We've got a great ball game happening here between Manchester and Sheffield. Just 1 point separates these 2 teams tonight. Do join us for the second half after this break.
They come from different cities, different states, different worlds. They're as different as the courts they learned to play on. They share almost nothing in common, except what it takes to make it to the highest court in the land, and what they'll wear when they get there. Champion is proud to be the official maker of all the uniforms for the NBA.
Chappie, with its fish, white meat and cereals, has everything to keep a dog really healthy. Chappie! Here, boy, come on.
He's got a ball.
Come on, Chappie, fetch.
Right, here we go then. Now then, which one this time?
Oh, well done, Chappie, well done.
You have been.
Imagine a place of your own. A relaxing space. Somewhere safe and comfortable, with everything organized just the way you want it. Then imagine it had a 5-cylinder 20-valve engine with the power to transport you swiftly and effortlessly wherever you want to go. The 5-cylinder Fiat Marea and Marea Weekend, the space of your own. Call 0800 71 7000 for more information.
The cream of Premiership football talent will gather at Anfield for a game which could decide the destiny of the title. Quite simply, the most competitive, the most passionate clash between the nation's most successful clubs. United will be looking for a double over their deadliest rivals, but Liverpool know nothing short of a win will suffice as they bid to end a 7-year title drought. Ford Football Special, Liverpool v Manchester United, next Saturday at 11, live on Sky Sports 1.
With the NBA approaching their playoffs, Detroit face Charlotte on Tuesday. Now both teams are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, but still looking to improve their positions in the Eastern Conference. That's Tuesday at 10 p.m. on Sky Sports 3. But here at the 9X Arena, as we said, there's just 1 point separating these 2 teams tonight. Let's rejoin our commentators, Jeff Jones and Mike Shaft.
Thanks very much, Suzanne. Yes, a massive crowd here at the 9X Arena. And boy, what a ball game they are seeing. It is playoff action in Manchester. The Manchester Giants lead 1 point, their lead. And there's a lot of Sharks here as well. A lot of Sharks fans.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's only a short trip over the Pennines, and it helps with the crowd rivalry as well. So, I mean, yeah, hopefully the second half will be as entertaining.
Well, let's see if it is. Michael Brown with the ball after the tip by Danny Craven. Let's see if the Giants can start the way they finished the first half. Offensive foul. Yeah, he did raise the elbow just a little too high.
I don't know whether the referees will come out and try and change the way they called the game, but I mean, they let an awful lot of physical stuff go in the first half, and maybe they're going to jump on it early in the second half.
We'll see. Michael Haynes to Dion. To Dion? I'll get it right. Don't worry. Give me a chance. Haynes. Oh, Haynes ran into a brick wall there. Wet spot on the floor. The ball should come in from the end line once that has been cleaned up. Nine minutes 33 left to play in the third. And that first half was fantastic, wasn't it?
Oh, I think so. I mean, obviously, Sheffield got off to a great start, but Manchester came right back and they stepped it up. I mean, it's everything that we hoped it would be, and I'm sure the other games are going to be the same way.
Michael Brown, and that's Danny Craven. Irish comes to get it. Irish felt the bump, doesn't get there. Rebound, and 2 points to Makiba Perry on the miss by Colin Irish. Makiba Perry 4 for 7 for 8 points.
No, I think the ones he missed were off a pass, and all the ones he scored were off offensive rebounds. They got to do a much better job on him in this half.
Dion Haynes to Boise Winters. Boise goes to the right hand, kicks it out to Finch. Finch along the baseline. Oh, great pass. That's a foul on Makiba Perry.
Sheffield
that was a great
basketball.
pass in, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sheffield basketball. They keep moving well off the ball, and they all look for each other. Great pass by Finch. Good cut by Huggins. Perry's just late. But really, that's only his second. Nobody's really in a whole lot of foul trouble. So hopefully we'll finish the game with 5 guys on the floor, and it'll be, for each team, it'll be entertaining stuff.
Last night we came close to not having 5 guys on the floor.
But I think Will was at that game, and he did the game. I think maybe his whistle's a little bit tired tonight, so he might just go.
He gets them both, and the latest from the Leopards, 85 to 71. Leicester Riders. Looks like the Leopards are on their way to Wembley. They are the champions, and if they make it to Wembley, this will be the first time ever. Boy, it's all going well for Billy Mims.
I'll tell you, they've had a great season, and I'm sure Billy and the Leopards management organization players want to finish it at Wembley.
Irish tried the no-look pass. Picked off by Finch. Now Dion Haynes on the ball. Haynes with the bounce pass. Great pass inside Boise. Boise doesn't get the drop. Rebound, Roger Huggins. Got pulled, got hit, got nothing from the referee. And Jim Brandon says, well, I won't tell you what Jim Brandon said.
You don't think he was pleased with that, Mike?
Huggins puts Stanny in the air, tries to go off the glass, doesn't get there still. Cawthorn, shoot until you score.
Well, basically that, or knock down all the Manchester players and keep getting the offensive rebound. Boy, oh boy, huh?
For Cawthorn. 7:50 left to play in the third. And let me ask you this, and it might sound a bit of a silly question, but just how important is it to win the first game of your playoff series?
I mean, I think especially because it's at home, and you have to, if you don't, you've got to win 2 games on the other team's home floor. So obviously Manchester really need to win the home leg first, and then try and steal one of the 2 games in Sheffield if they can. From Sheffield's point of view.
Beautiful play, Boise Winters.
Yeah, but from Sheffield's point of view, if they can come out of here with a win, they know they got to go home to their fans and try and win 1 out of 2 games.
42 points to 43. Sheffield Sharks have the lead again by 1. Irish finds Michael Brown. Michael Brown under pressure from Dion Haynes. Michael Brown gets it all the way to Irish, puts Huggins in the air, then drains the long 2. Nice offense meant Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, Colin played smart. The other time he came into the lane, he left his feet too early. That time he stayed under control, made a good shot.
Boise Winters doesn't get there. That was a little early in the play phase.
Yeah, for Sheffield, it was a little bit too quick. And again, he has an opportunity to go by him and take him to the basket. He's not doing it.
Danny has it. Danny kind of gets the ball to Benji Granger. Michael Brown, nice first step. Throws it away. Six minutes 18 left to play. First turnover for Michael Brown. There's Panji kind of held there, I think.
I think so. He's got away with one there.
Cawthorn, boy, both
got
teams playing serious D. That's a foul on Irish.
Yeah, he got away with one early, but then Cawthorn was strong enough to keep the ball and go by him. He got him right here, really, but then he kept going. So the first one wasn't quite good enough, so he wanted to make sure he got him the second time, huh? But here you go.
The coach might be watching the film.
They bring Robinson in again off the bench.
Up for 2 points, Chris Finch.
So it's certainly going to help them offensively. They'll get a little bit more rhythm, a little bit more fluid stuff. Good out-of-bounds play, come up with a great jump shot.
Irish. To McKeeba Perry. Perry goes to the left hand, in trouble, gets it to Robinson. Michael Brown. Danny Craven comes up, sets the high screen, goes to the roll, but doesn't get their foul. Is on Dion Haynes. The referee says he had the hand inside on the stomach.
I mean, yeah, his left hand was there first.
5:53. Well, this one's a little more sedate, shall we say, this quarter?
Yeah, I think everybody's just trying to get into a game. I'm sure we're going to have a tremendous fourth quarter, though, if they're rested this quarter.
Robinson on the ball. Gets it back to Irish. Irish make the three.
Yeah.
Irish is fouled by Roger Huggins. No baskets. Ball to come in from the end, from the sideline, in fact.
Yeah. I mean, I know Colin will shoot the ball from there, but I think Roger's probably just a little bit too close, and then he just doesn't have enough lateral quickness to stay with Irish when he's going.
Craven. McKeeba Perry. Robinson. Oh, yeah. Keeba gives it up. Cawthorn has the ball. Cawthorn couldn't take it in his stride. Finch.
Oh, great.
Great pass.
Great
Stolen
steal.
away by Michael Brown to Robinson. And Robinson on the ball. Doesn't get there. Gets a whistle. Woo! All of a sudden, picked up again.
Yeah, they stepped it up on both ends a little bit. Great anticipation by Michael Brown, because I was pretty sure Winters was going to get a layup on that.
Oh, that was a nice-looking pass inside to Boise, but couldn't handle it. Second foul on Roger Huggins. Here's Mark Robinson again, going strong.
1, 2, boom, yeah.
Three of them came after him that time.
Yeah, I think it might have been Cawthorn's foul, that one. I don't know. Well, anyway, the ref could have picked any one of three.
That's a funky little hairdo Mark Robinson sporting tonight. Mark is just ready for the championship. You know, he's been there a couple of years in a row, come away with nothing. He wants to go back there this time.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure the whole organization does.
Oh. That's a foul. 4 minutes 49. Last year, after the loss to the Leopards, he guaranteed, he said, we are coming back and they're going to do it this time.
That's a player for you, Mike. I mean, coaches are a little bit wiser. They don't tend to make those guarantees. Lazy D. Colin really reaching in there. But yeah, I mean, Manchester have every opportunity. They got enough talent, and in somebody like Joe, they've got a coach that's been there and done it and won it. So I'm pretty sure they're going to make the best effort to get back and maybe win the trophy.
Boise misses the free throw, the first. Has 6 points so far in the ball game. Gets the second for a 1-point lead for the Sharks. Michael Brown gets it to Robinson. And Robinson gives it up, and here comes Dion Haynes. Huggins. Boise finishes the play.
Yeah.
Michael Brown on the ball. It's a 3-point lead.
They got to take care of the basketball a little bit better on this end, start executing a little bit.
Robinson gets it to Danny Craven. Won't go down. Boise Winters is fouled by Makiba Perry. Well, the biggest lead we've had in this ball game was 10 when Sheffield Sharks got off on that good spell. But since then, this has been nip and tuck one way than the other.
I don't think we're going to. I'll be very surprised if we see any bigger leads than that the rest of the way. Interesting substitution, Cawthorn, McKinney for Cawthorn right now for Sheffield. That's Makiba Perry's third foul too, I think. So they're going to have to look at maybe getting him out for a little bit.
And they've got Irish on the bench as well with 3 fouls.
Yeah. So that could be a factor. That'll certainly make both teams about evenly matched as far as bench strength then.
Boise Winters gets the first. Boise Winters has been one of the plays of the season, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Finished the season sensationally.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been around. He understands what it's all about, and he knows when it's money time. And he certainly stepped up in the last month for Sheffield. And that's what's happened. The teams that are in the playoffs right now, they got guys that have been there and done it, and they've all stepped up to step their game up.
Foul is on Finch. Too much on Mark Robinson. Chris Finch picks up number 3. Fouls are building up, Coach.
Yeah. They must have got new whistles at halftime, the referees, huh?
Foul situation. Perry has 3, Irish has 3, and Chris Finch has 3. And one! Tough play, Danny Craven.
Yeah, McKinney was a little bit late, reached in, I think, and Danny had enough strength and to carry the ball through. Great out of bounds play, boom. Just goes right through it. That's what happens when those little guys try and stop those big guys.
Now, were you one of the big guys or the little guys?
I played a lot bigger than I was, Mike. I played a lot bigger than I was.
Danny fails to convert the 3-point play. It is now a 2-point ball game. 47 to the Giants, 49 to the Sharks. Dion Hames on the ball. Hames to Finch. Finch for 3 points. Big 3 for Chris Finch. There it is again.
Yeah, boom. Little screen by Huggins comes out. You can't go behind Finch, especially when he dribbles the basketball. He's a very, very good shooter.
Mark Robinson gets it off, doesn't get there. Rebound. Manchester will come up with it. Mark Robinson. Long to St. Kitts. Danny was crying out for it in the paint. Makiba is good. That was a tough play by Makiba.
Serious shot, yeah.
Oh, there's a little something between Danny Craven and somebody.
There you go. There's those little guys again. Little guys picking on the big guys, huh? I think him and McKinney had a little bit of a shoving match there.
Danny has 12 points in this ball game, and some of those have been big points.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's playing very well. Considering he's been out almost a year and a half with his knee trouble, he stepped up and played well for them now.
Hames to Finch. Fake the 3. Finch with the spin move. Ball is with Huggins. Hames has it. Shot clock is down to 8. Along the baseline. Yeah, Roger was fouled. We're going to the line. And Todd Cawthorn's going to come back. Got a nice break. Score didn't change too much.
Danny really, I mean, Perry should have let Craven know. He was there to help, and Huggins wasn't going anywhere. He could have let him go. Just a bit of a lazy foul.
Who's shooting?
So it should be Huggins shooting. Yeah, so it'd be a provisional. Cawthorn just came in for him.
Yeah, Roger's going to have to come back in. Todd Cawthorn will have to wait.
Well, I think Roger's a pretty good free throw shooter. I wouldn't have subbed him.
No, they actually thought it was coming in from the end line. So, in fact, Manchester already in the penalty.
Say, kiss of death right there, thinking he's a good free throw shooter. Now, both teams are in the bonus, relatively early in the quarter.
Roger gets the second. Now he will go to the bench, and Todd Cawthorn will come in. Free throw shooting, favoring Sheffield Sharks, 64%. 7 for 11.
Yeah.
Substitution for Manchester brings Frankie Edwards back. Makiba Perry goes to the line. And no, in fact, that won't take place because it hadn't been posted before the free throws were taken.
Right. Yeah, they'll have to wait. Yeah. Which is a pretty silly rule. I mean, I think in a way they need to.
Manchester Giants on the ball with Kevin St. Kitts feeling a little pressure from Ian McKinney. McKinney doing a good job. Makiba Perry. Oh, Mark Robinson was looking for an alley-oop there.
Yeah, he missed him.
Now Danny Craven calling for the alley-oop. Pass was too far. Danny, oh, what a move! Oh, baby, Danny Craven is awesome tonight!
Yeah, no, he's stepping up and playing well.
Woo! Cawthorn fakes the three, doesn't take it. Boy, there were 2 chances for alley-oops there. And Danny Craven leads all scorers in this ball game. Robinson has the ball. Robinson for 2. Manchester beginning to kick it. 53 points apiece.
Yeah, excellent move. Finch lets him go baseline, no help. And Perry did a good job. Good job getting winners out of the way there, really.
Coming into the ball game, Makiba goes out. Frankie Edwards finally gets onto the court with 1:52 left to play in the third. Okay, we've played about this enough. Who's going to win this game?
Sorry?
Who's going to win this game?
I thought that's what you said.
The bookies, of course, said it was Manchester by 2.
Well, I guess
Kevin St. Kitts needs help.
They must know as much as anybody else about this, I guess.
I think it'd be a tie, personally.
I'll be here all night. Last time I was here, we did a heck of a Sheffield game. We were here almost all night.
Yeah. Frankie Edwards goes to work down low. Fade away.
Great pass.
Robinson. 2 points. Frankie looking good. It's with Chris Finch. McKinney spots up out left. Dion Hayes now looks ahead to see what's on. Gets the screen. Hames in amongst the trees. Oh, baby! Dion Hames! That was Michael Jordan-esque, that was.
There you go. That's like taking advantage of those big guys again, huh? I'll tell you. What Danny bodied him, and what he really did, his mistake was letting him get the shot off. He had his arms down. Great shot. Great body control. Take the contact and put it in.
You hear the whistle, put the ball up.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go in. 55-55. This is for a 1-point lead. Less than a minute left to play in the third. Manchester is having a great shooting third quarter. Doesn't get there. Dion Haynes, we're still tied at 55. Michael Brown on the ball for the Giants. Listen to the crowd once again. Frankie Edwards gets it down low to Mark Robinson, gets it back.
Oh, good move.
Robinson goes one way, then the other, doesn't get the points. Shot clock is at 28. Cawthorn. Great play by Todd Cawthorn. 3 points to Ian McKinney. Todd Cawthorn with a beautiful feed. 3 points for the Sheffield Sharks. Gives them the lead, 55-58. Manchester will hold for the final shot. Mark Robinson and Michael Payne's going to get a talking to from the official.
Looked like Jimmy Brandon wanted to get involved in that a little bit, I think.
He was kind of jumping and stuff.
I think so. Well, Jimmy was a pretty intense player when he played, and I think he brings that to the table every night his teams play.
Roger Harrison making the call. Now, there was no foul, I think. Was there a foul? There was no foul. There was no foul. I think the officials getting a little complicated there. Roger Harrison saw something between both players.
Yeah, I think
stopped the play and said, "Get it sorted."
Yeah, I mean, or they'll have to do it. I mean, basically, Payne was like holding Robinson. Robinson shoved him. So it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Danny Craven, count it.
Uh-oh.
Basket is good. Is it an and one?
Yeah, more importantly, he's okay. I thought he banged his elbow a little bit, but he's all right.
And one. This could tie up the ball game again. Woo! Boy, I tell you. Michael Payne picks up foul number 2. The crowd here, man, they're enjoying this one. They are just about everywhere. In fact, it's not often that the Manchester Giants open up about 85% of the 9X Arena, but they've opened it up tonight.
No, it's a great crowd, and they've done a good job getting the people in tonight for this important game.
And there it is. We are tied at 58, and just 9 seconds left to play. And Frankie Edwards forcing the turnover. And who's got the ball? Robinson for 3. Doesn't get there. It's too late. Boy, can you imagine what would have happened if that was the end of the ball game?
What do you think, Mike? The game's tied. What a surprise.
We'll see. It is all tied. 58 apiece. What an amazing playoff basketball game. Join us for the final quarter right after this.
This is a car so advanced, it doesn't need petrol. Instead, it's powered by the sun. It's the winner of the Darwin to Adelaide race for solar-powered vehicles. At 856,000 pounds, it's a bit expensive, and there's no room for the kids yet. But by the time yours are fully grown, they may well be driving one of this car's descendants. Meanwhile, you'll be driving outstanding technology, whichever Honda you choose.
Honda. By the time they'd thought of it, we'd built it.
Well, Middlesbrough are still on track for Coca-Cola Cup FA Cup double after their draw against Chesterfield today. They play Leicester in the replay of the Coca-Cola Cup final live from Hillsborough on Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Sky Sports 3. But here at the 9X Arena, there's no daylight between these two teams. 58 apiece. Let's rejoin our commentators, Jeff Jones and Mike Shaw.
Yes, thanks again, Suzanne, and it is a fantastic ball game. Let's take a look at the numbers on those first 3 quarters. We're tied at 58. And Manchester picking up on their 2-point shooting.
Yeah, that was the big plus for Manchester. But again, they got easy shots. They moved the ball well, and they got some easy layups.
Pretty poor shooting on the free throw line from both teams. On the boards, Sheffield are coming strong.
Sheffield stepped up, and what they've done really is stop Manchester controlling the offensive glass. And they've done a much better job.
I think that bottom line illustrates just how deep the Manchester bench is.
Yeah, I mean, really, they're always going to bring in somebody like Robinson and St. Kitts and Edwards off. They're always going to outscore people from the bench.
Well, we're tied at 58, but you can see from the leadometer that Sheffield Sharks have had the lead on numerous occasions and a bigger lead as well in this ball game.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's down to bodies and having people being able to play at that intensity level. And I think Sheffield really have to control the tempo this last 10 minutes if they want to come out with the win.
10 minutes left to play in regulation, the final quarter. Budweiser playoff action. We told you, playoff basketball is very, very special. Ball is with Dion Hames. Now let me ask you, Coach, these two teams, you know these teams very well, you know their support, you know their venues. Is there any advantage in the home court for either of these teams?
Well, I mean, I think that'll be down to the third game if it goes 3. I think then Sheffield have the edge. But they're playing at Ponds Forge because the arena's not available. So, I think so, yeah.
Frankie Edwards. Frankie's in trouble. Nearly got a 5-second there.
Yeah, I think if Manchester are going to get this series, they got to come away with the win tonight, I think.
Robinson, great play, gets it to Frankie Edwards, count the 2. Mark Robinson is hot with the assist tonight.
Yeah, he's done a great job with that tonight. He's done a great job penetrating, great pass. And I mean,
assists so far.
You would think it's pretty easy for those big guys to make that shot. Mark did a great job. He just laid it on the table for him.
Hames looking to get the ball to Todd Cawthorne. Todd feeling the pressure from Irish. Hames, the double team. Irish steals it and then gives it up, and Makiba Perry has it back. Sean Mackay under pressure from Hames. Robinson. Manchester lead this one by 2. Last time these two teams played, just about
a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah, 10 days ago, I think. It was Manchester who came out victors. 18 points.
Yeah,
Big win.
Yeah.
And you may remember when the TV cameras were last here, it was against Sheffield Sharks, and that was a one-pointer on the buzzer.
Yeah, I mean, Manchester have broken over, and they're playing good basketball, but Sheffield stepped it up. They've been there. It's like I said, I think this will be the best series of the four.
Robinson to Frankie Edwards. Frankie with the spin move. High off the glass, doesn't get there. Nice move by Frankie. Dion Haynes looks ahead, gets it to Cawthorn. Oh,
great.
What a play. Great ball movement. That was awesome. Sean Mackay. Dion Haynes tries to lay a little pressure on him. We haven't really talked about the playoff, all the series so far. Looks like the Leopards are on their way. Foul is called on Dion Haynes. Look like the Leopards are there. The other series, Newcastle v London. What do you say for that one?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, the big win was really on Friday for London. They stepped up and played very well defensively, and I just think it's going to be tough for Newcastle. I think Towers, with their experience and stuff, and having two games at home to do it, are going to get the win.
Well, I took the trip up there to Newcastle on Friday, and I have to tell you, it was not even close. The other series, Birmingham Bullets playing tonight at Chester. We haven't got the result of that as yet, but Chester were leading after 3.
Yeah, Chester have to get that one, and then really, if Birmingham go home 1-0 down, it could go to 3. I mean, Birmingham and Chester play a different kind of style, and they're very deliberate, and they got a great inside game. But I mean, it's got to go with Birmingham because they've been there before and they've done it, and they got the experience in Lloyd.
Okay, and that just leaves one series, this one.
And I'll let you know next Sunday.
Oh, that's good stuff. It's Huggins down low, gets it to Dion Haynes for 3. Is off. Who's coming up with the ball? Who is coming up with it? Makiba Berry had to dribble it as well. Roger Huggins steals it, and Cawthorn doesn't get there. Boy, his arm was taken away by Michael Brown. Referees didn't see it. Irish for 3. Short. You love the way the air goes out of this crowd when one of the Manchester Giants miss something.
I know. The crowd have been a big part tonight. They've done a good job making Manchester.
Finch for 3.
I'll tell you what, if you let Finch dribble the basketball, he's a phenomenal shooter. He steps up.
He has 13 points tonight. 3 threes, is that? Yeah. Irish on the ball.
Oh, great pass.
Oh, boy, you got to be able to handle a pass like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. We had some problems then. It's just a question of really the pass being all right, but then you got to realize it's got to be able to be handled by the person you're passing to.
Yeah, but he should have been able to handle it.
Oh, I think so.
Dion Haynes on the ball for the Sheffield Sharks. They lead the ball game by 1. Roger Huggins is going over.
Great pass.
Boise, that's a go 10. Oh my goodness. The officials didn't quite see it that way. Foul is called. I think it's on Roger Huggins.
I'm pretty sure that was a goal penny call. They got away with one there.
You cannot stand there and just stop the ball going into the basket. That's foul number 3 on Roger Huggins.
He's okay now. There's only 6 minutes left. He should be okay.
Coach Jim Brandon trying to get his message to his players. They know, boy, they want to make it to Wembley. Oh, gorgeous move by Robinson. That will be a jump ball. If they're going to make it to Wembley, they have probably, as you say, Coach, got to win this one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I just think that to try and win twice in Sheffield, yeah, it's going to be tough. Especially at Ponds Forge. I think the atmosphere is a little bit tighter, and I think Sheffield actually play a little bit better when they're playing there, if you want to know the truth.
The jump's going to be Roger Huggins versus Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson, of course, lost the first game of the playoff series against the Leopards last year. Irish has the ball. Down to 2. Lost the first game, and a lot of people thought that was it for Manchester. They then made 2 big trips down to the Leopards and won both.
They won 2 big games, you're right. So I think it's anything's possible. But
Finch to Huggins. Huggins with the spin move and the fadeaways. Long foul is on Frankie Edwards. Roger Huggins will go to the line for 2.
I think that might have been a makeup for the goaltending there. I'm not sure. He might have touched him.
There it is again.
Got his hand on him there.
Yeah, I think
he might have caught it, just touched him. Good call by the ref.
Huggins gets the soft touch, gets the basket.
He used about every bit of that ring, didn't he, that time? Doesn't really matter if it goes in, though.
We're tied at 64, and there's the lead again for the Sheffield Sharks. And now there's a little bit of pressure from Sheffield. Akiva gets it to Mark Robinson. Oh. No, it doesn't. Oh, nearly a steal there by...
Oh, my. Whoop.
I don't know who that was who passed the ball back there.
That was pretty good hands, Mike. Hey, pretty good hands there. I thought you should have shot it.
Just trying to protect the equipment, coach. Irish on the ball. There was no reset on the shot clock then. Oh. Irish one-handed.
Got away with that one.
And Huggins. Oh, boy, look at him go after Huggins. Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh. 3-on-1. They got to score.
Great pass. Boise for 2.
Yeah, timeout.
We have the result from the Leopards, and the Leopards are going to Wembley. They win the series in 2. 114 to 105. 219 points after 253 last night. That was ridiculous.
So what? The Leopards have scored 244 points in the last 2 days. They deserve to get there if they could do that, I'll tell you.
Boy, Billy Mims, that the good news just keeps on coming on. They are the champions. They won the Budweiser League. They won the National Cup. And now they are at Wembley, the first team to get to Wembley for the first time in the history of that franchise. You got to say congratulations to those guys.
Oh, they've done a great job. And like I said earlier when we were talking, I think the acquisition of Baker, or having Baker come back and play, and Tresvant really made them into a much, much better team and a solid team.
Manchester, Sheffield is where we're at, though, and both of these teams trying to get to Wembley. In the fourth quarter, 6 points to 9, the slight lead for the Sheffield Sharks, and that 3 points the difference in this game. 64 points to the Manchester Giants playing at home, and 67 to the Sheffield Sharks. This is game 1, and we've got less than 5 minutes to play in regulation. We still don't know which way this one's going.
Nah, not at all. I'll tell you, if you notice that, though, the most points scored in any quarter was 22 by Sheffield in the first one, and since then it's been a tremendous defensive battle.
We were talking about a real high-scoring affair at the start of this game. Foul is called. Irish will go to the line for 2. Foul is on Finch.
That's 4 on Finch?
Yep, 4.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Sheffield. That's exactly what Edwards did to Huggins down there. He goes up and he just touches that elbow. It was a good call again by the ref.
Now you got him, Chris. Chris, you got him. Chris Finch just looking over towards us and saying he never touched him.
Nah, I got to be on the player's side, Mike. Even if he did get him, you got to tell him he didn't. As a coach,
substitutions
anyway.
Coming back now. This is a crucial time, and Coach Joe Welton takes this time to bring Danny Craven back into this ball game. Danny has had an awesome ball game so far, and if he keeps playing the way he's been playing, I think this could be Manchester's.
Yep.
Irish. Fails to get number 2. Boise Winters with the rebound.
I mean, to be honest, Craven and Perry have done a great job on the boards, but Sheffield, although they're big and they have a very solid front line, they don't have enough to handle Perry and Craven inside together.
Boise Winters on the ball. Michael Payne comes around to help. Hawthorne has it to Hames. Haynes, what an interesting pass. Huggins has it. Huggins is good. That was beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. He froze him with a little bit of head fake in the dribble. Both Manchester players drop off, and he nails the jump shot.
Brown. Foul is called on Michael Payne. Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. They tried guarding Mark Robinson. You're going to have a long night.
Yeah, they warned him earlier for that kind of stuff. They're just going to make sure it doesn't get out of control.
Michael Payne picks up number 3. Averages just under 2 fouls a game, so he's okay. Robinson has the ball, gets it back to...
Yeah,
it's with Irish for 3. Doesn't get there. Who's coming up with it? Michael Payne comes up with it. Look at the pressure. Now Dion Haynes breaks out. Cawthorne to Huggins. Oh, Huggins tried to force that to Boise Winters. Couldn't get there. Irish is in trouble. He's grimacing on the floor. Robinson for 2 off the glass.
Great move by Mark Robinson.
There's a whistle on the play as well. We'll go to the line for 1.
Who'd he call that on? Boom, great move.
Oh, Jim doesn't like that one. I can't say I blame Jim. I thought the defense closed the nature. Mark tried to force his way through.
Yeah, I think he was there. I really do. But it was a great athletic play by Robinson. Got up. Hey, Mike, guess what? It's a 2-point game.
That's the furthest it's been for a while, Coach.
Very comfortable margin, huh?
3 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in the ballgame. Listen, tell me, now you've been in this country now, how many years?
This is my 20th, actually.
20th year. I've known of you for quite a while. What do you think this season's been like? Has it not been fantastic?
Oh, I think the level is back certainly higher than it's been in a very, very long time, and I think it's only going to go higher. I think the league itself has gained respect, not necessarily with European people, but certainly back home. And you're talking to players back home and coaches, and they know about it.
You know, I was writing an article in the last few days, and I said this, I think, has been some of the best basketball we've had in this country since the days of Brookins, Bontrager, Alton Bird, and Larry Dassey.
Absolutely, and I think, and like I said before, I think with the arenas coming online and the way it's going, I think we're only going to get better. And I think, despite what a lot of people say, I only think it's going to help the English players if they get their opportunity to play. You're seeing Huggins play tonight. You're seeing Craven, who are 2 of the better English players in the league that are stepping up and doing a great job for both of their teams.
Colin Irish trying to get the crowd going here at the 9X Arena. Mark Robinson is on the line. He will shoot 1. And doesn't get there. Great save by Boise Winters. And Dion Haynes has the ball. It's a 2-point game with 3.5 minutes exactly left to play in regulation. Finch gets it to Cawthorne down low. Gets it back to Finch for 3. Doesn't get there. Who's going to save that? It is a green ball.
I mean, Sheffield probably did as well as they could do to get a good shot. It just didn't drop for them.
Here come the Manchester Giants again. Manchester not shooting well from the 3-point line. Just 22%, 2 from 9. So they won't want to have to rely on that to win or tie up this ball game tonight. Robinson, great play. Danny Craven doesn't get the putback. Haynes has it, 3 on 3. Haynes, killer crossover, gets it. It's with Finch. Finch faked the 3. Cawthorne into Huggins. Look at the ball movement. Beautiful. And still 17 seconds on the shot clock.
I mean, if Sheffield play like that and move the ball, they're very tough.
Roger Huggins. Foul is on Mark Robinson, holding.
Yeah, but I think Huggins might have got away with a little bit of a push on Craven.
That's what Joe Welton was saying to the official, to Will Jones. He's pushing up with his arm.
I mean, you'd hate to see that kind of a call decide a game, so I guess the referees probably made the right decision. But more of a stumble, maybe.
Haynes has it. Reset, of course, on the shot clock. Huggins works it. Oh, boy, he was going to throw that one down.
Yeah.
Roger Huggins took off with attitude on that.
But then again, Irish being the veteran he is, he knows that the important thing really even though he's given up his 4th foul, is this thing not to let them get off with a dunk and maybe a 3-point play.
And Irish just goes and says a little something to Roger Huggins.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, Roger knew there was no malice with the foul and stuff. Maybe that was what it is. I doubt if he was really trying to make a miss, Mike. Would you think so?
Nah, players don't do that stuff, do they?
No.
Huggins got the first, gets the second. Now we have us 67-71, 4-point ball game.
An important possession for Manchester. They got to get the best shot they can. They got to try and maybe even go inside with it.
Michael Brown. Robinson. To McKeever Perry and Danny Craven. Oh. Doesn't get there. Ooh. Foul is called on Dion Hames. How many is that on Dion? Make that 4, I think.
Yeah.
Mark Robinson will go to the line for 2 shots. He's been there 3 times tonight. He's made only 1 so far. Gets the first, cuts it to a 3-point ball game.
Yeah, I mean, down the stretch right now, free throws are going to be an important thing. Although Sheffield aren't in the bonus yet.
Robinson gets them both, so now we're down to a 2-point game. Hames to Cawthorn. Finch.
They got
Hames. Finch has it back to Cawthorn again. Huggins working on Danny. Cawthorn gets inside. Boise's good for 2, right over McKeever Perry.
Great penetration by Cawthorn, draws the players, and Winters sticks a big shot for him.
Irish gets it to Robinson. Oh! Got him with a bit of body. Dion make that Boise Winters with the foul. That's his second. Robinson will go to the line.
If it was going to be Dion Hames, I was going to say, I'll take him on my team, high jumping any day. Oh, yeah, he did. He caught him with the body.
Yeah, it's that body. But I was about to say, at times like these, the great players take the ball to the basket.
That's right.
Because you're going to come away with something.
Absolutely, and that's what you got to put the onus on the defenders and the officials to make the call.
Yep.
But then you got to make your free throws. What Sheffield need to do with Robinson, though, is he's not a great perimeter shooter. Maybe not try and force him so much.
And there it is, Mark Robinson, and this is a result that is going to have people crying in Birmingham. Chester Jets 86, Birmingham Bullets 78. They win game 1 of that series. Means the Birmingham Bullets are going to have to win the 2 at home if they're going to defend their championship at Wembley this year.
Great result from Mike Bird and the Chester Jets. They've done a great job all year. And you know, it's going to be tough in Birmingham, but Birmingham are going to have to really play well, I think, to keep Chester out of Wembley.
Huggins gets it back to Hames. 2 on the shot clock. He gets it off, in and out. Who's coming up with the ball? Mark Robinson. Robinson on his own. Robinson looking for help, gets it to Irish. Irish slows it down. Game clock less than a minute. Michael Brown is going to fail to make it. McKeever Perry is fouled. I think it's Boise Winters. This could cut it to a 1-point ball game. Michael Brown has been making those clutch shots in late on in games. Oh, so many times.
But I'll tell you what, though, that's what Manchester kept in the game all day, all night, in the sense of the offensive boards and stuff. So even when those shots are missing, McKeever Perry comes up with a big offensive rebound. Winters fouls him, so now it's the shots.
Sheffield fans are making a lot of noise. 50.7 seconds left to play in the ball game. McKeever Perry gets the first. Now, I would suggest we've probably got 2 offenses, maybe 3. What do you say?
Probably 2. And the way Sheffield will be, especially if he misses the free throw and they get the rebound. No?
McKeever Perry hasn't missed the free throw all night. Cuts it to a 1-point ball game. Sheffield have the ball. Manchester putting a little pressure on. 1-point game.
It favors Manchester. Manchester aren't in the bonus. So in reality, they don't want a foul to stop the clock and set a new shot clock. But they can afford to pressure up a little bit.
Cawthorn has the ball, looks around, see what's going on. Finch
We got 10 on the shot clock.
30 on the game clock. Foul is by McKeever Perry. Yep.
Now they don't have to shoot.
But they get the ball back.
Yeah, Sheffield has the ball back. Yeah, so now they're into 26 seconds.
And Joe Welton has seen enough. He wants to talk it over, try and set something up. This is one of the problems. McKeever Perry picks up foul number 4. Which one does this favor now?
Sheffield now.
Well, let's go down and hear what Coach Joe Welton's got to say.
Go for Danny. Go for Danny. You got who?
Boy, the atmosphere here at the 9X Arena is just so loud. We apologize, but we cannot hear what Coach Joe Welton is saying. What would you be saying?
Well, basically, I mean, really what's hurt them now is that their shot clock's under 30. They can hold it. They're in the bonus. They got to just play solid D, probably make... They're probably going to have to foul. I think they're going to have to go out and foul.
Why did somebody, there was 50 seconds on the shot clock, foul early, which would have given them the ball back, but would have given Manchester the ball back with maybe 20, 15 seconds left.
Right, and what's really happened, the shot clock was under 10, and Finch wasn't going anywhere. It was a pretty silly foul. They really helped. They bailed Sheffield out of that offense. You just got to be strong now, and I think, in reality, I think you'll see Manchester probably foul.
There's Mark Robinson. You know, these Manchester Giants are not going to give up this ball game. I tell you, they are not going to give it up. Dion Hames has the ball. Hames is fouled by pick anyone from St. Kitts or 20, Michael Brown. Now they're in the penalty, so we'll go to the line, shall we?
Yeah. Tell you what, you can go all along, but boom. Yeah, they just double team him hard. And really, I mean, to be honest, he should have probably tried to get out of that corner and try and move the ball. Big free throw.
The crowd's trying to put him off. Gets the first. If he gets the next, it's going to take a three to tie from Manchester.
Yeah.
Shooting, he's a regular, pretty good shooter, but this is crucial. He gets them both.
So what do you think? 3 in overtime, huh?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, St. Kitts, you got it, he's got it. Oh, no.
Kitts drives. Doesn't get there. Rebound, Roger Huggins is fouled. Roger will go to the line. Why would he go all the way in? Not pull up, take the 3?
Yeah, Kevin.
Sheffield crowd making a lot of noise. They feel they're on their way with this one. Here it is again. Roger Huggins gets the rebound and breaks out, and you see Michael Brown foul him to stop the play.
Tell you what, there was some contact when St. Kitts went. Maybe he's thinking get a quick shot, maybe foul right away, maybe take the 3 at the death if they needed to.
Roger Huggins, again shooting just 50% tonight, gets the first. Now Manchester have got a problem.
Yeah. Basically, Sheffield need to get up, play a little bit of D, slow the ball down. If they score, they can't stop the clock, just maybe let it run out.
Huggins gets them both. 14 seconds left to play. Michael Brown has the ball. Gets it to Mark Robinson. Robinson puts it up for no points. And Irish couldn't control. I think that could be all she wrote. Sheffield on their way to game 1. 4 seconds. There it is, the end of game 1 of this series. Victory on the away floor for the Sheffield Sharks. 72 points to 77. You got to congratulate Sheffield. They've done a good job.
Hey, they did a great job in the 4th quarter. They did a great job defensively, and they got some very, very big shots. But more importantly, they've been shooting poor from the free throw line all night. In the last minute, they step up and they make some big, big free throws.
What was the difference between these teams tonight?
I think really Manchester got caught up in the emotion and got back to playing Sheffield's pace and stopped maybe pushing the basketball. But Sheffield are a good team, and it was said earlier, they move the basketball as well as anybody, and they wear you out. You got to play D on them, and you got to find their shooters.
Now, Manchester are in the same position they were in last year. They lost game 1 of the series. They went away and won game 2. I'm going to ask you one more time, finally, can they do it again?
Oh, yeah, they can do it. They've been on a run. It's just how they respond and how they react to this loss, and they got to come back positive. It's going to be another war on Tuesday. I think I'm going to go buy myself a ticket.
Okay, the final score, 72 to the Giants, 77 to the Sheffield Sharks.
Well, this was a game that could have gone anywhere in those first 3 quarters, but Sharks opened up the lead. In the last quarter, the winning coach, Jim Brandon, he's courtside talking to Julian Walters.
Thanks very much, Suzanne. Well, Jimmy, congratulations. That was some game, wasn't it?
It was a great game, wasn't it? It was a game of 2 fine teams that had to suck it up and see who could take it to the next level and get the job done. Fortunately, we did it this time. Great crowd. You know, I don't know, some of those calls there, I think we could have done a Weetabix commercial, wakey, wakey, but, you know, finally in the end, we got the job done.
I think that was part of your team got together. You were so upset with some of the calls. Yourself and the team really just bonded with it.
Yeah, we were ticked off because, you know, we've been through situations where we've lost games down the stretch, and we were determined not to do it today. But, you know, we're playing away, and you get calls like that away, fair enough. But the guys, you know, and all due respect to the referees, they were solid down the end of the game, and that's what you want from them. But I'm just glad to get this win.
What do you think was the key that tipped it your way?
You know, we're a good team. We got a good system. We got some classy young men, but it was about being tough. And we said, you know, it's nice to be good guys, but we got to be tougher. And, you know, we knew they were trying to bounce us around at the beginning of the game, and we had to stand up and be accounted for, and we had to dig deep, and we did so. That was great.
You'll be confident of getting to Wembley now, won't you? You've got to go to your home court.
Well, it ain't over till it's over, and it ain't over. I'm just happy to get this first one. We're going to go home, listen to this wonderful crowd here. These guys are supporting us, and if they do that again in Yorkshire pudding, toad in the hole, it'll be all over, baby.
Thanks very much, Jim. Well done. It was a cracking game.
Thank you very much.
So, Jim Brandon in good spirits down here, and no surprises.
Thanks very much, Julian. Well, I've got to say, Jeff, I said earlier, that game could have gone any way in the first 3 quarters, but they really got it together in that last quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Sheffield are renowned for their defense, but also they move the ball as well as any team, and they're very intelligent with the ball. They took care of the basketball down the stretch. They got it into people's hands that would make things happen for them, and they came away with a great win.
And they were able to step up their offense in the second half, couldn't they?
Yeah, especially down the stretch. That and as well as making their free throws. But they did. They forced Manchester into some mistakes. They ended up getting some easy baskets, and they've done a great job.
Well, we've got some analysis lined up for you, Jeff. This is an Edwards pass to a Robertson basket. If you can take us through this.
Manchester were playing the way they wanted to play. They got a great third quarter, and they make the right passes, easy stuff, easy play. And that's what they were doing the whole game. Down the stretch, they went away from that a little bit, and but Sheffield took it away from them. So, I mean, up until then, I kind of was thinking Manchester were going to come away with the win.
Right, well, we noticed that Sheffield weren't scoring too high on their 3-pointers, but this was one of them from Ian McKinney, one of the members of the Bomb squad, of course.
Well, basically, we got the break there. Cawthorn pulls up. They got numbers, and that's what they do well. They move the basketball. They find the right player at the right time. And McKinney maybe didn't do a whole lot in the game, but that was a big 3 for them.
And of course, once again, Cawthorn finds the right player in, I think it was Winters, that led to a Winters basket.
That's right, yeah. Great move, draws the offense, comes in, everybody comes to him, boom. And that's what Boyson Winters does. He's paid to do that, and he does it exceptionally well.
He certainly does. He does a lot of things quite well. But courtside at the moment with Julian Walters is top scorer for tonight's game. That's Roger Huggins.
Well, Roger, congratulations. It was a thoroughly good team performance, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. We knew we had to come in there and play really well because it's really tough to play here. They embarrassed us last time we played them in the league, so, you know, we thought we had something to prove.
What won the game for you, do you think? Because it was so close all the way.
I think at the end of the day, I think we just hustled more, and, you know, we just played really well as a team. And, you know, we came out with the win.
Now, we've seen some great games during the regular season. We've seen some really intense basketball, but that was taking it up another level.
Oh, definitely. It's the playoffs. You know, we haven't won anything. Manchester hasn't won anything, and the playoffs is the last thing left to win anything. So, you know, we're trying to come out there and try to get that so we can go out in the summer and enjoy ourselves.
Tough physical game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always physical. You know, they got a lot of big bodies, you know, but you just have to play through that, and that's the way it goes.
Thanks very much, Roger. Well done. So, Sheffield in pretty good spirits for their fans down here enjoying their away day.
I bet they are. But, Jeff, let's take a look at the match facts. Take us through these. I mean, the 2-point shooting got a little bit better by Manchester, I think.
Yeah, they did a much better job in the second half, but that was off penetration and creating stuff. What really let them down was a little bit of their perimeter shooting. Michael Brown ended up having a wide-open 3 that maybe would have turned the tide, but sometimes, you know, that just doesn't go. Sheffield, on the other hand, pretty much a Sheffield performance. They did a great job. They were shooting poorly from the free throw line, but like I said earlier with Mike, down the stretch, they did a great job. They made the free throws when it counted.
And taking a look at the boards, offensively they were leading quite a bit in their first half, but they stepped up a bit, Sheffield, in the second, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the rebounding evened itself out, but what really is the key, in the first half, Manchester had 12 offensive rebounds, and in the second half they get 4. So, I mean, basically Sheffield had to do something about that, or they were not going to come away with the win, and they did.
And the bench scoring, of course, way up for Manchester.
Yeah, obviously when you're bringing players like Robinson, St. Kitts off the bench, you're gonna be always a favorite to win that kind of a situation.
And a quick look at the leadometer. Well, it did swing backwards and forwards quite a bit there, but the majority of those swings went down to Sheffield, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, like about midway through, or like about 3 or 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, Sheffield took the lead and they didn't really relinquish it, and Manchester were always chasing the game, and maybe that made them go away from what they were doing so well in the first 3 quarters.
Now, one of the guys that Sheffield really had to come today to watch and keep an eye on was Robinson. I mean, he's been scoring in double figures in his last 38 games, I think. I mean, he was very tough to defend tonight, wasn't he?
I think one thing that he brought to the game tonight that I haven't seen him do very well is he penetrated, and he made some easy baskets for a lot of his other players. And then in turn, it made his offense a little bit better, I think. I think he did a great job for Manchester getting Craven, Perry, and Edwards involved in the game. I think they did a good job on the boards and stuff. But yeah, Mark showed me part of his game that I hadn't seen very often before.
Well, he scored 13 points, I believe, but he did 14 points, but he did a great job of penetrating that shot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would have thought he probably had maybe 7, 8, 9 assists. And then, so really, he's contributed a lot more than the 13 points, and he did a good job defensively. Like I said, he's a very good player, and I think it'll be down to his performance on Tuesday and hopefully Sunday for Manchester, and also Irish to step up and make the younger players realize that there's still a lot to play for and come out and try and steal a win.
Well, just to remind everybody that you know, Manchester last year lost to the Leopards here at the 9X, but then of course they went on and won the next 2 games and through to the semis.
Yeah, and I mean, and all things are possible. I mean, if you take a look at it, Chester have got to try and win 1 out of the 2 at Birmingham. You know, it's all set up, but I still think this is the series that really will be a tough one, and it'll be a battle the whole way, all 3 games.
I'm sure it will be, but there was a lot of other games happening around the country, of course, in this first leg playoff, and one of those was the Chester Jets against the Birmingham Bullets, and it was a win for Chester in their first playoff game. Birmingham need now to win their next 2 games. They do have the home advantage, but let's remember, of course, that Chester do have a good away win record. Well, there's a confirmation of today's results. Manchester, a very close game against Sheffield here at the 9X tonight, but Sheffield taking the series at the moment 1-0. They've got 2 other games to play, of course, both to be played at the Sheffield Arena. Chester Jets, we've just given that results against the Birmingham Bullets, so they need to win their next 2 games. That's Birmingham. And the playoff second leg, well, Billy Mims has said that he likes working with us here on Sky Sports, of course, but he doesn't want to be commentating anymore at Wembley. He wants to be playing, and he's doing exactly that because he won his second leg playoff game tonight against the Leicester Riders down there at the Docklands. And he is the first team going into the semi-finals. And the other London club in action on Tuesday. That's our live game on Tuesday, April the 15th. It's the London Towers against the Newcastle Eagles. They've already won the first leg. That's the London Towers. They go into that game needing just to take that 1 more win. That's 7:30 p.m. on Sky Sports 1, and that's obviously live from Wembley Court. Well, Jeff, the other second legs, how do you think they're going to go? Because they, you know, we're still, Leopards are through, but...
Yeah. I mean, Leopards are doing it differently. I mean, most coaches like to say that defense wins championships. I think Billy said, well, let's have a good time and try and score maybe 1,000 points in our playoff game.
They've had 2 very high-scoring playoff games.
They're a very high-potent offensive group of people, and they love to run and entertain people. So they've done a great job. And I mean, it doesn't matter if you score 138 to 136 and you win, or it's 61 to 60. So I mean, they've done it their way, and they've had a great year. Birmingham, Chester.
Well, I think Chester have a good away win record.
Chester has 2 excellent guys inside in the sense of they give everybody trouble, and the 2 guys on the perimeter, Palmer and Scott just continue to play, amaze me. They continue to play hard all the time. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Birmingham. They're going to have to step up and really play. They're going to have to certainly contain Singleton and Leonard inside.
Well, Mike Burton has been known to say that his boys are really ready for this series.
Oh, I think they've been ready all year. And Mike's, I mean, after what Billy's achieved and stuff, then you got to take a look at Chester and what they've done in the turnaround.
Well, they've had an amazing season.
And they've done a great job. And hopefully, I'd hate to say it, but I'd like to see them probably get to Wembley a little bit because they've been in it and they've stuck with it when the times were very hard. So I'd like to see Mike maybe get to Wembley.
What about Towers Eagles? They got slight revenge from that win in the end of the season for Newcastle, but they've taken the first leg, of course.
Yeah, if you talk to both Kevin and Tom Hancock, they'll both say that the consistency level and stuff. But I mean, Kevin's players have been there so many times and Kevin's been there so many times that I think it's going to be exceptionally difficult for Newcastle to win 2. I know they won the last regular season game, but I think it's going to be very tough for them to win 2.
Well, who would you say to be the surprise team that could actually get through to the semis and even win the championship?
I mean, the way it's going right now, there may not be a surprise, but I mean, going in, I thought Manchester and Newcastle had the best chance of getting the upsets and stuff. But Chester have been proving people wrong all year, so you never know. It might just be Mike Burton's year.
So who do you think, if it wasn't Mike Burton, do you think Leopards could take it?
Oh yeah, I think they could. I mean, I would say Sky and also the London public would love to see a Leopards Towers final, and so would Wembley. But I mean, it's still up in the air, and it's going to be on the night.
Jeff Jones, thank you very much. Sorry we're not going to see you in the playoffs, of course, but
maybe
as
next
always,
year.
Next year,
right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, we've seen an absolutely fantastic game here live from the 9X Arena. Sheffield winning their first leg against Manchester. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's game. Don't forget to join us next Tuesday live at 7:30. From all of us here at the 9X, it's a very good evening to you.